Bottoms up. Just playing. I'm not gonna drink that. That's nasty. Ugh. My story is the story of a man who starts off at the bottom and with a bit of hard work continues along the bottom and finally ends up at the bottom. Hey, this is Classic Cars and Comics. Thank y'all very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll. Well, boys and girls, it's that time of year again. It is time to use the heat in our Jeeps. And with that, some of us are starting to realize that we don't have very good heat. So this video is sort of me diagnosing what my problem is, what are some of the common problems. If you're on any kind of forums right now, or if you're on any kind of Facebook group, people are asking this question all the time right now. So this is me diagnosing my issue. It's a very sort of like a brief overview, if you will, of how I got to fix my Jeep. Gonna take a look, see if this is actually working like it should. It should turn. Okay, on my 99 Jeep, this is right underneath the glove box, okay? That's where your heater core is, and that's where this actuator is. So right now I'm finagling with the keys up there to try to get it to turn on. So I'm about to transition from heat to AC. Look, it turned all the way to me. So in my non-expert opinion, I don't believe this actuator is the problem. I think the door is going back and forth just fine. I don't think that's the problem. Let's look at something else. I'm going to do a heater core flush. I've removed the bigger hose off this one, and then the smaller one, focus, off this one. I've got the smaller one run into this gallon jug, and then I've got this other one sitting up here. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to try just using some compressed air and try to blow that line clean. And if that doesn't work, I've got a nozzle to be able to attach water here and flush, back flush, so on and so forth. So if it's already freezing temperatures where you're at and you don't have the option of a garden hose, just use some compressed air, some air out of your compressor. Just make sure it's not too high setting. You don't want to do any damage to the heater core. I'm not a mechanic though, but you just don't want to do any damage. Now I'm going to push air from the small hose back up through the big hose. So air has been able to freely blow through both ends of the hose. And so now I'm just going to look at what this looks like coming out of the big hose. I don't think much come out because I pretty much blew anything out, which there really wasn't that much in there. So I don't know how much is supposed to be in there, but there really wasn't much. Let's see. Ooh, that is nasty. Let me switch over. That is nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and use some water to continue to flush this out. I bought at Napa, and so this is what I'm gonna use. Yeah, I mean, I can see I'm shaking like a Dickens, but I mean, it is nasty in there. You see some chunks in there. So I'm just going to continue to flush this, put it in a safe container, and that way I can dispose of it properly. So just using this cup to show y'all, even after a few gallons, I mean, it's still getting dark stuff out of there. So little chunks of stuff. So we're just going to keep on flushing. First cup out of coming from the bottom hose, going up through the top. And yeah, the bottom side had gotten pretty much clear, just a few little specks, but I figured I'm going to go ahead and start flushing that top side. And this is what we get out of the first cup. So I got to get the gallon jug back out. After a few gallons, we're still got some chunks in there. So just going to keep getting rid of it. It's just water now, just getting out loose chunks. I feel like I'm panning for gold here, but I'm panning for sludge. I put this in this little bucket just so y'all could see what come out of that heater core. This is some nasty gunk. So good cleaning. I'm still in the hope phase that I was able just to clean the core and that worked, but I'm just now analyzing what I would need to take off, and it's 2 bolts right here to get to the thermostat.
Put a new one on there unless they replaced it.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder.
Okay, I'm just trying to give y'all some angles of what this looks like. The 2 bolts. The 1 bolt is about to come into view. That's on the bottom side. That's hard to see. I had to remove my belt, but it's right there. You just see it right there by the numbers. That's one of the bolts on the bottom that's hard to get to. It's a shorter bolt, and then there's this bolt right up here at the top. Now we're about to hop in the Jeep, drive it, and see what the temperature is coming out of the vents. We'll also look at what the running temp is to sort of get a better handle on diagnosing it. I also went back and watched some of my videos of what my running temp was, and it usually hovered right here above this little tick. Now I'm below it right now, but it's usually right in between that tick and 210. Unfortunately, I didn't take a temp before I cleaned out the heater core. I just knew it wasn't working right, and I knew we had a problem, so I just jumped in there. Now this is the temperature after running it up and down the road a little bit and seeing that, you know, the heat coming out of the vent was about 95-ish degrees. So I thought my thermostat was going to be messed up, so I went and bought another thermostat. I bought a Duralast Gold thermostat at 195 degree Fahrenheit. Real brief overview. You need to unplug the sensor right there. You need to disconnect the hose. Now I disconnected this big hose from right up here at the radiator. Get in there. You want to loosen the belt tensioner and the idler pulley. You want to get those loosened, get that belt out of the way. Take those two bolts off that we've already discussed, and that will get you right in there to that thermostat to take it off. Get you a new gasket, get you some, gasket seal, and the new thermostat. So herein lies the problem. It's stuck, and it was stuck in the on position, so it was just running full bore through there, never allowing heat to build up. So once I got that replaced, which is a pretty straightforward, easy thing to do, you just got to loosen the belt, then remove a couple bolts, get in there, get you a new gasket, new thermostat. It's pretty straightforward. Put a little lube around there, all that good junk. But anyways, this is stuck in the on position. It was the right temperature. It was 195. Moto Rad is what it says, but it's just stuck, and I don't know how long it'd been in there. But okay, so just a little bit down the road, and holy smokes, we have good heat. It's at 110 at this point, and it got to the point where we needed to turn it down. It was getting so hot, and you can also see our new running temp now. I'm almost up to 210, so it's just what the doctor ordered. Thermostat was bad. It did not hurt anything at all to heater core flush. That really helped, I think, clean stuff up, get it better flowing. I think that's just good preventative maintenance. It's going to be something I probably do again in the future just to help do a little bit of preventative maintenance. But this was all really straightforward. It's $30 for the hose attachment, $12 or $15 for the thermostat, another $6 for the gasket, and then $5-6 or whatever it was for the gasket seal stuff. So pretty straightforward, and something that's really important to have is good heat, especially for some of you guys and girls that are in the really, really cold temperatures. So hey, hope this helps someone. Thank y'all very much, and love you long time.